spoon-feed lies to you. Oh yes, and well, go ahead and trust those wolves in fancy clothes. Let them tell you what you think you need to know. Some say you get what you thank for, others say you get what you need. But if you ain't got shit to stand for, then why the hell do you play? Some people say that you get what you deserve, others say you get what you get. But if it don't break your leg or pick your pocket, why judge a man on how he lives? So go ahead and turn on the morning news. Drink your coffee and eat your everything bagel too. Oh yes, and make sure you let them tell you who to hate today. It's gonna change tomorrow anyway. Some say you get what you thank for, others say you get what you need. But if you ain't got shit to stand for, then why the hell do you bleed? Some people say that you get what you deserve, others say you get what you get. But if it don't break your leg or pick your pocket, why judge a man on how he lives? You can have faith in God, but that don't mean that God damn thing. You don't give a damn about one another. And I don't care much for religion, but I know we got to look out for our brothers and sisters. Some say you get what you pay for, and others say you get what you need. But if you ain't got shit to stand for, then why the hell do you bleed? Some people say that you get what you deserve, and others say you get what you get. But if it don't break your leg or pick your pocket, why judge a man on how he lives? So go ahead, turn on the evening news. Let them spoon-feed lies to you.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Booze and News with your host, Albert Deleon and Jonathan fucking Fleissner. Hey, we back.
Woo!
We live. How's it going, Albert?
It's going good.
Let us know if you guys can hear us okay out there. I reset up a whole bunch of different shit today so I could actually look at Albert, so hopefully that fucking works. And the camera works, and the headphones work, and the microphones work. We'll see. I had to unplug everything and plug it back in, so who knows?
Woo!
Who knows, Albert? So, how's your week going, bud?
Man, just doing internet shit.
Getting that internet shit.
Yeah.
What you been doing?
What's up?
What you been doing on the internet?
Doing podcasts with Grady and Victor, doing Booze and News with you on Sundays, Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah, we had a great show on Sunday. If y'all haven't got a chance to check it out, it was on our Instagram with Drew Hallway, which you can find on Instagram at, at Trade_Agreement. No, Trade_Agreement. He's a funny motherfucker, dude.
Love Drew. Love him.
He's so fucking funny. But, yeah. So, anyway, we live. Let us know what you think when you're tuning in, if you can hear us, and the audio is good and all that. But we're going to go ahead and get into today's episode. Shit. Well, first we got to do this booze review. What are we reviewing today, Albert?
Man, we got from the Southern Star Brewery, Southern Brunch citrus shandy.
Yeah, show the folks out there.
What's a shandy?
So a shandy is like a fruit kind of beer, I believe. Let me look that up. I think that just means like a fruit beer. Let's see. Shandy definition. Shandy is a beer mixed with a non-alcoholic drink, typically lemonade. So yeah, it's like a summer. It's typically a summer thing.
Okay.
So lots of times people like I used to mix it like beer with orange juice. But yeah, you can mix it with lemonade.
Nice.
So let's pour this in here. Mine's kind of flat. Is yours got a good head? Oh, you don't know. You're not pouring in a glass.
Yeah, and I did like the other ones you gave me. I left it in the room, unrefrigerated for a bit, but it's been refrigerated for about a half a week, maybe.
Yeah, mine's flat. I feel like I might have fucked that can up. Or it could just be bad can. Who knows? I got beer.
Let's see.
Does yours seem like it has carbonation still?
No. It's got a nice smell to it.
Yeah, let's smell it. Let's taste it.
It's nice.
Dude, mine's flat as fuck. I think mine went bad. I don't think mine's any good. I mean, I'm still going to drink it. God damn, that's disappointing. God, my can was kind of like, you know how like a can is supposed to be like tight? It was kind of like loose when I was touching it. So I think I had a bad seal or some shit. Bummer. So what do you think? I mean, obviously I don't think I can really give this an accurate review because I got a bad can.
Well, I don't know if I don't think mine has any carbonation either, but even with that, it's still tasty.
Okay. See, mine just doesn't taste. Mine tastes flat. Damn. So,
I also don't know really what a flat beer is supposed to taste like, other than when I've left the open container in the fridge.
That's exactly what a flat beer tastes like. An old beer that's been left like in the fucking fridge.
Okay, then that mine does taste kind of like that.
Yours tastes like that too? God damn. Well, Southern Star is a brewery here in Houston. Actually, Conroe, I think. But right by Houston. We want to review y'all's beers, but we can't be reviewing fucking flat beers. So, if y'all want, I'm still going to review this, but it's not going to be a good review.
No, but you know what? I bet with this beer, when it's, the way it's supposed to be, I bet I'm going to like it. I can just tell.
Well, Southern Star, you're going to have to send us some more beer because we done already bought these beers and they're fucked up.
Son of a bitch.
So Southern Brunch is a citrus shandy with explosive citrus aroma and flavor, making you drop mimosas forever. So this is supposed to be like a beer mimosa. Have you ever had? Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
You know what? It tastes like that, and I think that's why I like it, because I am a fan of the mimosas.
You know what? I bet if this actually does have juice in it, that's what fucking killed the carbonation.
Bingo.
But still, I don't know. It should have some carbonation. This doesn't taste like. I don't know. It says it has 8 IBUs, so basically no hops, 4.2% ABV. Yeah. I don't know. Where are you going to rate this guy?
Man. I'm going to have to give it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I'm going to go ahead and pull up their website, because this is a pretty cool website. Southern Star, you need to give us some beer to review that's not flat. Because I actually really like y'all's stuff, man. Actually, didn't we do this one on the show already? The Metzli?
Yeah, that looks familiar.
I think we did that one a long time ago. So we can review all of these. Oh, this one's good. I really like this Oktoberfest one. That's coming up soon. Southern Star, send us some Oktoberfest. All right, I'm going to give this a 5 too, because I'm going to drink it, but this tastes like flat beer with old orange juice in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I said, 5 is pretty fucking high for something that's flat, in my opinion.
Right. Now, if this was like, did you touch the screen?
No, my mom is calling me, so let me.
We gotta
Let
do
me
damn show, for fuck's sake.
I sent her a text message about an hour before, said don't call me. She called me anyway.
Crazy. Fucking crazy people. So, anyway, let's get rolling into the show. So that's the beer review. We're giving it a 5. Southern Star, send us some beer. We want to review more of your beers that are not flat. All right. What do we got? Oh, we're going to get into the news. Getting into the news, Albert. So that means it's time for the goddamn sound effect. Let's play this thing. And it goes like this. I think Albert can hear it. It just sounds like a bunch of static. I need a better goddamn sound effect. I get a little bit better one. It'll come. Anyway, first thing on the news today, we've got, where's my notes at? We got, our top story, Albert. I don't know if you've heard about this. Top story of the week. There was a trespasser arrested in Texas. And I wanna show you this shit now. Let me see here. Boop-a-doo. Open the window. All right, check this out, Albert. Trespasser arrested in Texas. You're not gonna be able to hear it, but damn. All right, can you see? You see what's going on here? This alligator broke in to these people's hot tub and was just swimming in it.
Amazing.
Goddamn trespassing. I like how they throw him in the car. Like they arrested that alligator. What the fuck?
They did a regular ass arrest for that alligator.
We're taking them downtown. So, yeah, that's the top story of the week. Hope y'all like that. Let's see, what else we got? So eviction moratorium ended, as you might know. You heard about that? That expired on the 31st. And Congress didn't fucking figure out how to fix it like they were supposed to. They knew this shit was coming for, what, months, 6 months, 8 months? They set the fucking date. They knew when it was going to happen. They didn't do anything. Right. And then they went on recess. They went on vacation for 6 weeks. So, I don't know.
6 fucking weeks? Who the fuck does that?
I mean, they do that shit all the time. But, dude, how the fucking dare you go on vacation when they say over 15 million people were about to get evicted out of their goddamn homes? And it's your fucking fault for not figuring out how to fix it. So, there's one representative, Cori Bush, I don't know if you saw this. She went and for 5 straight days slept on the Capitol. You see that?
I heard about that, I think.
Yeah. So she went up there and was camping out. She had like her fucking food and her pillows and her shit, iPad or whatever. She was camping. And she was the only one, I think, that did it. And eventually, that got a bunch of traction in media, right? And the CDC came out. And let me see the report. So the CDC came out. Congress still didn't do jack shit. But the CDC came out and passed an eviction order. I'm going to read it because it's not for everywhere. But it does say that basically, let me read this. Basically, because of the Delta variant and the rise in cases, right? If your county that you live in is seeing like a surge in coronavirus cases, that they have extended the eviction moratorium at this time. Now, there's a couple things about this, okay, that we got to talk about. For one, there's going to be a question on whether or not they actually have the legal ability to do that and enforce that. The CDC, right? And the problem is that this should have been done by Congress, right? They didn't do it. They didn't make a law. They didn't pass anything because they fucking suck. And they don't do jack shit most of the time. right?
I could not have said it better myself.
They pretty much fuck off most of the time, and they can't even they have the majority right now, right? So they could be passing shit in reconciliation. They're not passing shit in reconciliation. They're useless. So, anyway, the CDC has to pass this. So now it has to go to the Supreme Court, basically, to see if whether or not this is even legal or if it's going to stand up. Because there's states like Texas and shit that are automatically going to challenge this shit. So
yeah.
And so this is what happened the first time. So the first time that we had the eviction moratorium, the Supreme Court, I forget what the number was on the case, but they did side with the CDC with eviction moratorium. But it's just crazy because this shouldn't even be the CDC's job. They're not elected. You know what I mean? Nobody voted for them.
Yeah, they like you said just a little while ago, just another example of a really serious situation that they did nothing for or about. They don't give a shit, you know.
Right.
And when they do shit, they do it late and they make people wait. All right, she's fucking calling me again. Hold on.
Ignore her because I got a show to do, brah.
I'm saying can I call you later? I don't know what her fucking problem is.
You're doing something that she doesn't like. You're a bad boy.
There's a laundry list of those things for her.
All right, well, let's get in the next story. God damn it. All right, so as we know, we're going to talk a lot today about the Delta variant, right? Because the numbers are up. Right now, in Texas, right, there's higher cases for today or whatever, right, for July. There was higher cases for July than there was July of last year. And that's after the vaccine. Can you imagine that would have been the case? Like if I would have told you like last year before the vaccine that next year after the vaccine we're going to have more cases the same day next year. Same month.
I don't even know what to say to that.
And it's because Texas vaccine rates are really low still. They're really low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the Delta variant is that much more contagious.
So
I've heard they said that the Delta variant is like 80 times more contagious than the original COVID strain.
So when you were like, if you would have said we would have had COVID more now than we did then, like without the vaccine, you're right. Only in the case that we live in a state that actually thinks and gets the fucking virus to begin with.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. People don't take this shit seriously until they're fucking hooked up to a tube with tubes in their goddamn nose and they're dying and they go, fuck, I should have taken the vaccine.
Right.
Well, now it's too goddamn late. You know what I mean? Or when grandma, or when their mom dies, or their dad dies, or their brother dies, and they go, oh fuck, I should go get this.
Well, what's so stupid and weird to me is how arrogant Southerners can really truly be. It's really a mental disorder, in my opinion, because these people think that they can, first off, tell the future, like they're able to know what the future holds. I don't know anyone that actually says that they can tell the future except for maybe a psychic. And they also apparently are not, they also apparently have zero fear of anything. Yeah. You could, like that's also just a very weird way to look at things. Like there's a virus that you can't see that can kill you. I'm not scared of that. How could you not be scared of that?
Well, here's the thing. The data actually shows, Albert, this is the crazy thing. And people just suck at reading data and looking at science or any of that shit. The data shows that if you get vaccinated, right, you can still get the Delta variant. But your chances of having to go to the hospital, right?
Right.
If you've been vaccinated, are like 0.4, I think 0.4%, or 0.04. It's something crazy. Like basically no chance of having to go to the hospital if you're vaccinated, if you get COVID. You're probably going to have like a very minor, symptoms. But if you are unvaccinated, it can kill you.
Right, and that's very simple logic right there. But I think these idiots are hearing that first part, because I think I have a guy at my job that talked about this today, a boomer, of course, and was like, "Well, I heard that you could still get it." It's like, yeah, but you're not finishing the rest of the sentence.
Yes.
Of the information.
They're like, well, if I can still get it, then what's the point? The point is that they're not gonna die.
Right.
But if you don't get the vaccine, you might die. And that's the thing. There's like people in the hospital right now who are dying, and they're going, "Fuck, I should have got the vaccine." There was that guy who had 5 kids from Vegas, right? And
I heard about that.
And his last text to his wife was, "I should have got the damn vaccine." That's his last thing he's ever going to tell his wife.
And it's super fucking sad. And you know, it's also the logic this is very simple stuff. It's like playing a game or the lottery. What do you say? You can't win if you don't play. It's the same thing with the vaccine. You don't have a chance of living if you don't fucking get the vaccine. It's very simple.
Oh man, our chat just came up. All right, well, it's only Clark, so whatever. Okay, let's see.
What is Clark saying anything about what we're talking about? Or is he just talking about me like a psycho?
No, just you like a psycho. He's saying you owe your mom money or some shit. That's why your mom's calling.
Oh yeah, okay.
So anyway, about the vaccine. So you know Matt Gaetz, that fucking crazy fuck who's been alleged of a bunch of criminal shit, sex trafficking and all that kind of crap. The Florida representative, right?
Still has his fucking job, of course.
Still has his job, amazingly.
But if I worked at Burger King and did some shit like that to anybody, I'd be fucking out of there in fucking 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, you'd be out of there. So he went around and started telling people that he's got the Florida variant or the Freedom variant. That's what he's got, which I'm pretty sure is just like another way of saying that he's retarded. Maybe. So here's a clip I'm going to show because I don't know where him and Marjorie Taylor Greene. They're two fucking peas in a pod. You know what I mean? They're just the two craziest fucking people in the Republican Party, pretty much. And they're on a tour right now where they're going around doing more Stop the Steal bullshit, basically stroking Donald Trump's fucking ego, right? Anyway, they went, I don't know where this is, but I'm going to pull this clip up. They went to, this is the wrong one. Here it is. They went to, where was this? This was where was this? Press conference. I want to say it was Washington, D.C. Okay. So check this out. You won't be able to hear it, but I was showing you this earlier. So there's this press conference, Albert, and she's sitting here right now going,
now as members of Congress
we
representing
won't be
districts
deterred.
with hundreds of
we won't be
thousands of
stopped.
people.
And this fucking guy's just sitting there blowing his whistle. And all these protesters come out, right? With signs calling him rapist and Matt Gaetz a pedophile and shit. And there's like this big mannequin, which you'll see here in a minute, I'll fast forward, of Trump, which they were super cool with at first. Let me go back to the beginning. So here's like, oh wait, where is it? So there's this like mannequin. You see it? Watch this. This is funny. So it said Trump won or whatever. Anyway, they flipped the sign over. Here in a minute. Where is it? Shit's so funny. Where's the mannequin at? Oh, this guy was just blowing his whistle. Oh, here we go. The fucking watch. Here it is. This is where he flips the sign. Watch.
Serious questions previously presented by my colleagues have not been answered.
What does it say? I can't read it.
It says pedophiles for Trump. And there's this guy just blowing his whistle. And they came disguised in all this MAGA stuff so they could like sneak in to the press conference. Dude, it's just so funny. I can't believe this guy's not.
Look how pissed Matt looks right there. You see that?
Oh yeah. He
Dude,
got
fucking mad right there.
Oh yeah, he got busted up the other day. This other guy, like they were in California, and this other guy came over and like started interviewing him and shit.
I think I saw that. He was calling him a pedophile and shit.
And calling her crazy and shit. Dude, it was so funny. But these are two of the stupidest people. These are like QAnon people, you know? And yet, they're in government, man. And it's crazy. There's actually a fuckload of these QAnon people still in government right now.
Yeah. It's funny because, you know, Trump brought out all this idioticness out of these politicians and people, but at the same time, you know, the people that are against it are coming out like that dude with the whistle.
Yeah.
And that the person, and they're like, you know what? You want to be crazy? We'll just be crazier than you because we're not gonna have this racist bullshit. And it's awesome that people are standing up against them and stopping their stupid ass speeches and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're not trying to fucking go backwards, motherfuckers. We're trying to go forward.
Right.
And that's what all this bullshit is about.
So, but that's not what the Republican Party's about. They're about crazy shit. You know, white supremacy
yeah.
and going.
No, but I know, but
making America great, which was just keeping America racist. Really, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That was the whole. That was the major. The biggest thing was built around racism, and racism was more prevalent back in the day. And they do want it to go back to that era. Yeah, there's, you know, changes, of course, but primarily they want They don't want to see no one that's not like them.
Right. Right.
And they're promising, trying to give them that.
And they got to blame all their problems. All their problems are those people's fault. Albert, if there weren't immigrants here, they'd be crushing it. Don't you know? The reason their wife left them was because of immigrants.
I told my mom.
The reason they work for fucking a company that works them into the ground, it's immigrants.
I told exactly. I told my mom, I said, you know, Greg Abbott spent billions of dollars on that wall. You know that wall's not going to do jack shit.
Yeah.
She's like, it'll help. And I was like, okay. And I said, what are you so afraid of immigrants? They've been coming over here since forever. What about now?
It'll help.
Makes you not want to.
What?
And she said something like, oh, the cartel, it's gonna get worse. I'll start laughing. I said, it's gonna get worse. No, it's not.
How about you tell your mom this? If we, you know what? If all drugs were legal, okay? Right? Then would we need the fucking cartel? Could the cartel make any money? How does the cartel make money? They make money on drugs and illegal shit, right?
Right.
So if you just legalize that shit,
yeah,
then no one's going to buy it. They'll just go get it at the store where it's legal. And they'll pay taxes on it. So actually cause tax revenue.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I can never think of the smart shit to argue back a lot of times with my family because I'm always so mad.
Well, I mean, these people also you can't talk any sense to because they believe shit. You know, even Kevin McCarthy, now he's starting to say QAnon shit. The other day he was talking about the storms coming. That's QAnon shit, man. He's the fucking leader of the minority. He's the leader of the Republicans in Congress. He's talking about QAnon shit. It's terrifying. You know what I mean? And these fuckers, remember, these fuckers still think that Mike Lindell, the MyPillow idiot, they're all still going out there saying Trump's president, he's going to be reinstated any day now. It's just any day they're going to find out the election was all fraud and stolen. They think it's going to happen this month in like 10 days or some shit, or I think it's the 13th or 15th. Who knows? These morons keep making up new days. But it's never going to fucking happen. But they just can't accept the fact that they're losers and move on. You know? You got this guy. I'm going to show this clip, and I'm actually going to turn on the audio so you can see it because this is absolutely nuts. I think I've shown you this guy before. This is that pastor guy he's a crazy fuck.
I think I've seen this clip, but yeah.
Let me turn on your...
He's telling them not to
these wicked fools don't win in the end.
Watch the news or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
They don't win in the end.
Yeah.
So you should be able to hear it now.
I can hear it.
So all this fear bull crap is that. It is bull crap. Say amen. I know you've never been to a church where a pastor told you to say amen after I said bull crap. It's better than what I want to say. I call it real BS, biblical stupidity. Biblical stupidity. So I know I wasn't going to say nothing about it, but I think I feel froggy enough. I'm going to jump right now and just say this. I am not apologizing for what I said on this platform last week. The Delta variant was nonsense then. It is nonsense now. You will not wear masks in this church. You will not wear masks in this church. I'm telling you right now, do not get vaccinated. Do not get vaccinated. I don't care what you think about me. I don't need your money. I don't need your hand clap. I don't need more people on social media.
All right. He just goes on with this crazy nonsense. First of all, he's a complete fraud and a liar. He's only doing this for money. He doesn't just give the money back that he gets. You think all the fucking money these people give him, he just gives it back to them? What a fucking liar.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing about church. They ask you for money, you give it to them, and then you don't ever get the money back.
Oh, no, but they'll tell you they're going to pray. They're going to pray for you or whatever the fuck, Albert.
Right.
They're going to pray
even
for
though
you.
Even though praying, last time I checked, was free as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, that it's also pointless. But, you know, you can ask Santa Claus for shit, too, if you want.
I think, I'm grabbing this old Miller Lite. Let's see what this old Miller Lite tastes like.
I bet it tastes flat like the other beer.
Oh, God damn. Okay, so
this was flat, too. What the fuck?
I just wanted to say that, you know, the whole telling people
not to wear a mask. Why? You will not wear a mask in this church or whatever tent or whatever the fuck he's in.
I remember what I was gonna say. It wasn't a real big deal, but there's a church over here by where I live, and it says we believe in second chances. And I thought it would be funny if it said right underneath that, just make sure you bring some money.
Hey, can you see me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I think that was my internet freaking around. Give me a second. Let me make sure everything is up still.
Yeah, it had to be because I didn't see nothing happening on my screen. Kept like going.
Okay.
My shit.
Chat disconnected. Please wait successfully. Yeah, it looks like we're going. All right, just popped us right back in. Cool. I don't know. My internet. Let's move on to the next. Anyway, that guy's a fucking nut job, and I can't believe that he's not arrested for all the bullshit he's been saying over the fucking last year. You know, he's gonna encourage people to go out and do violent shit. That's the kind of person he is, and he's supposed to be a goddamn preacher. Let's see. Oh, update. This is not really good news, but it's an update. So I don't know if I told you. I think you probably knew. Frito-Lay's has been on, the employees for Frito-Lay's in, where was it? Topeka, I believe. They were on strike. It was like 850 employees, right?
Yeah.
And they were on strike for about 3 weeks, and the strike finally came to an end. And it sucks because, so what happened was, apparently a couple hundred employees crossed the picket lines and, you know, decided to end the strike because they just simply were out of money after 3 weeks. And that apparently, I don't know if this is what I've heard too, that they had medical shit and the company, once they went on strike, just stopped covering their insurance and shit. Which should be fucking illegal while you're striking. You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, they ended up settling with them. This is what they got from what I can understand. So if you don't know what was going on at the Frito-Lay's place, it's absolutely insane. For one, they had a guy that died from overexhaustion, okay? Because they were working these people 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay? For $20 an hour, which sure sounds like good money, but that's fucks, dude. Who can work that much and not die? This person literally died from it. And all they did was just take them off the line and pull somebody else in. They didn't stop or have a moment of you know what I mean? Let everybody who just watched their coworker die chill out, and you know what I mean? They're like, no, we got to make these goddamn chips and dips. So this is the big settlement they got, or whatever, that they came to with their union. Now they only have to work 6 days a week, 8-hour shifts. And apparently they get a slight wage increase.
You know, what's happening to them and why I believe in what I do about work and government handouts, and why people like Fred don't like me, is because of stuff like this. I worked at a place before that was stocking wine, and I made pretty okay money. Mm-hmm. But I hurt my back one day, and of course, what do you think they did? They didn't care. They put me on light duty, which there's no light duty in that job because the job is picking boxes up.
Right.
So basically, they were like, pick slightly less boxes up.
Right, and then you go, well, I can't do that, and then now you get fired, or now there's a reason to like terminate you or some shit.
Or even worse, Jonathan, I fuck my back up more, and then nothing's gonna fix that because it's my back.
No, and that's exactly what happens because these are just greedy motherfuckers. They don't care. Right. They're just greedy. There was another story. This was on Common Dreams. I don't have the link for it, but I watched this interview with the guy from Frito-Lay's. He got fucking electrocuted doing his job, right? He went to the hospital. They took him to their doctor, right? Their doctor. They go, oh, you're fine, right? Come back to work tomorrow. The day after he was fucking electrocuted. He got up the next day, could barely stand. They made him take a sick day. Right? He went to the doctor. The doctor goes, you can't go back to work. You've got 2 herniated discs and your liver's fucked up from getting electrocuted. But they said, no, that's not what our doctor said. We're not paying any of these medical bills. You know what I mean? You can't do your job. You're fired. And they're not going to help the insurance. You lose your insurance. Because where's your insurance come from? Your fucking job.
So there's a lot of evidence out there that proves not proves, but sides with how I believe about work right now in America. Why I tell people, don't go fucking get an apartment of your own. Don't go buy no fucking house.
Right.
Live rent free somewheres. And if you have to work light duty jobs and get paid less, do that. That's what I'm doing. I'm about to get a second job doing something else, light duty, because it's just not worth it. And anything that pays well, that doesn't require a college degree, you already know this too. It's labor jobs. It's jobs where you risk your life or you fucking break your back or some dumb bullshit like that.
You're gonna fuck your body up doing those jobs. It's just a matter of time. Everybody I know a guy that I used to play music with. He's a cool motherfucker, but he got a shitty job at a plant, right? That he does work. He works like 12-hour shifts, and it's fucked up his marriage because he's never home. You know what I mean? Yep. And he can never be with his kids, so she's always mad. But he's got to do it because they got the house payment, Albert. They got the kids they got to pay for. They got the cars they got to pay for. You know what I mean?
I know. And Southerners,
instead of figuring out a plan first and then getting the house, then getting the kids, right? What do?
And people don't do that, and that's okay because it takes. People need to learn. I know a lot of kids from the South. You know people like this too. They graduated high school or they left high school to go work some oil job somewhere, and they go around bragging, look at my badass truck. Look at all this shit I got. I'm not even 25 yet. Yeah, I'll see you in 10 years when your body's fucked the fuck up and that new truck and all that bullshit ain't going to mean nothing to no one.
Albert,
and your wife and your kids are going to hate your ass because you're all fucking tired all the time.
Dude, Albert.
And your life is just swinging by.
Yeah, my cousin's like 22 and he had a fucking job working for what, gas lines or some shit. And now he can't do anything. Yeah. His back's fucked up. He's 22.
Yeah. That paycheck has nothing to do with your spine. People don't even understand how their body works most of the time. And so they go work some job. They're like, it happened to my cousin. My cousin, same thing. He was cleaning swimming pools. Yeah. And he was bragging. He would brag to me about how he worked hard and how he's making money. I'm like, dude, your body don't give a fuck about none of that.
Right.
You have to take care of your body. Your job doesn't give a fuck about your body. That's your job to take care of yourself.
We
Corporations
yeah.
don't care about you, man. They'll
Corp-
just replace you
That's
like
right.
a damn action figure.
You're a
So
fucking
why would I want to go work some shitty job?
No, we definitely desperately need to rethink labor in this country because the workers just get fucked. And I'm about to show you an example of this. So you might have seen this clip already. This just came out yesterday, I believe. This is from a Frontier Airlines flight to
Oh, I saw this. It's hilarious.
I think fucking Miami. I don't remember where the fuck these people were going. But this kid is a douchebag, and he's just going, "Oh, my mommy and daddy are worth $2 million, and my grandfather has got so much money." And he's just yelling at the flight attendants. Here he tries to punch one, and he just gets the shit kicked out of him by the flight attendant. Apparently, allegedly, before they started filming, he also groped one of the female or two of the female flight attendants. So here they are.
Right.
Here they are duct taping his ass to this chair. You know what I mean? Because he's obviously drunk as hell and belligerent and trying to fight and sexually assaulting people allegedly and shit. So anyway, this is what I'm telling you after this. He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking frat boy Kyle moron. You know what I mean?
Right. Spoiled brat, another spoiled brat raised by a bunch of fucking ignorant people that think money is how you raise kids. Money is not how you raise kids.
Right.
That's something I'm teaching my parents right now. They're like, you should have more money. I said, that's what y'all did, and I hate y'all, and I don't even like y'all motherfuckers. Because y'all didn't raise me. You just bought me shit.
Did money
and
help?
At the end of the day, I resent your ass.
Did money help that guy? No, it turned him into... He's a fucking douchebag. And now here's the thing that I want to talk about, because this does relate to workers. Apparently, that entire flight crew, I saw this on a tweet. I don't have the tweet. They were all suspended for him duct taping that kid to the chair. That guy. It's not a kid. That's an adult. He's in his 20s. Right?
Yeah.
But... they all got suspended. Now, do you think they're getting pay or vacation? No, they're getting fucking penalized. But what are they supposed to do? What do you do when you have somebody on an airplane? There should be police on these fucking airplanes because that's not their job to have to fuck with that idiot. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. To me, it's just another example of how corporations don't give a fuck about their own employees. Their employees did the best they could do. That guy was dangerous. He could have hurt other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's on a fucking airplane. You can't do that shit, man.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. And I watched that clip and I thought, for a second I thought, man, I wonder if he's gonna sue him. But then I think maybe the airplane companies have laws where if you're acting psycho, they can do whatever they want to you.
Clark Griswold, whoever you are, he says buying a house is the best investment you can make. If Albert could afford a home, he'd get one. Trust me. Here's the thing, Clark. If you bought a home right now, there's things called buyers and sellers markets, right? This is a seller's market. So if you bought a house right now, you're a fucking idiot because the price is going to go down. And when it does, you're still going to have to be making those same payments that you just bought it for, right? You're just going to have to be making those same goddamn payments. They're not going to go, oh, the value went down, now you owe less. No, you still owe that motherfucking money that you agreed to pay for the house. People act like... we haven't had recessions and depressions in this country and that property only goes up. That is dumb. Okay?
Right. And there's just solid evidence of that. What you're speaking of happens all the time.
Anyone who's buying shit right now is stupid. Okay? So, it just is what it is. No, and he's like, oh, you ain't buying a home. Yeah, I'm not buying one right now. That's dumb. You know what I mean? And Look, even a fucking mobile home. I was looking at that kind of shit the other day. It's way too fucking expensive right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all too expensive right now. When it goes down, that's a different story. But that's the way it works. Things don't stay going up, up, up forever. That's a bubble. When the bubble pops, then you can do what you want to do. But, Clark Griswold, he's got the biggest dick in the world, but I bet he's a fucking moron. Also, he's like, oh, you're for police now. I'm for security on airplanes, right? Whatever the fuck it is. So, Anyway, let's move on to the next story of the day.
Yeah, you don't need by the way, Clark, you don't need police to tape a motherfucker to a chair.
Right, that guy did it. But he should.
That guy took care of it like that.
And you know what? He shouldn't get suspended for doing that. He should just be the security for that fucking airplane. Right? He's protecting other people by doing his job. Now, we'll move on to the next story because we got a few more things I want to get to before, and we're running late on time. But over the weekend, there was a bunch of protests in Europe by a bunch of basically QAnon MAGA people in Europe, basic, right-wing idiots who don't want to get vaccines, who don't want to wear masks. So in Europe, they've already started doing vaccine passports because of the Delta variant, right? Because cases are surging over there too. And so in France, 200,000 people were protesting because of the vaccine passport. Because what they're saying is, hey, things are bad. If you want to come out in public and go to plays or movies or restaurants, right? We need you to show that you've been vaccinated, or we need you to show that you've had a recent negative test, right?
Right.
Hell no. These people aren't doing that because they believe that if they get that vaccine, they're so fucked up on conspiracies, Albert. This is why I worry about conspiracies, because it dements people's brains. You know what I mean? They think that they're going to get fucking microchipped or poison or the mark of the devil or some shit. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. Part of being alive and an adult or even a teenager, like, it's all hard. Like, this is the thing I wish people would understand. Like, it's easy to say, I'm just not going to believe any of that because it makes life worse for me. Well, okay, but that's not how life works. Life is hard. And sometimes it gets harder. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes you have to make decisions that you're not for sure about. I did that. I didn't want to get, I've told you this. I didn't want to get it at first. I was thinking, oh shit, maybe something's in it. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what it is. It's not FDA approved.
That's
I
right.
have a lot of reasons.
And look, the FDA,
anyway.
But the FDA approved thing and the thing that it is untested. Look, that is kind of a reasonable argument. But the other thing is that we also don't know the long-term effects of the virus, right? So to say, well, what's the long-term effects of the vaccine? Well, we don't know the long-term effects of the virus. They both could be bad. The virus long-term effects could be worse. And what we do know now is that we're looking at the numbers for the people who were vaccinated versus the unvaccinated, right? And the vaccinated people aren't dying like the unvaccinated people are. They're still getting the virus and dying. The vaccinated people aren't dying. That should be enough proof right there that you should get vaccinated. You know what I mean? But the evangelical people, you know what I mean? They're never going to get it. The people who are in that tent with that crazy fucker, they're never going to go get that shit.
You know what's funny? I actually, a part of the reason why I ended up getting it is because of something slightly conspiracy theory-esque. There was a guy I listened to on TikTok that goes, and he was talking to people who are anti-vax. He was trying to get in their heads, and it worked. It actually worked on me. He said, if you're worried about the government trying to kill you, why would they be trying to get you to get the vax? Because obviously, if the government was trying to wipe out people who were not cooperating, then they're not going to want to destroy those people. They're going to want the people who are not trust the government to be wiped out.
But that's what I told you. That's sort of tangent to what I told you in the beginning when I said, why would they wipe out all the rich people and the scientists and the doctors and the lawyers?
Right.
And those are the people who got the vaccine first. They were lining up. They wanted to jump in line to get it. So the people who aren't getting vaccinated are the evangelicals and the poorest people, right? Statistically, it's mostly the poorest people, whether they be white or minorities. So really, if anyone's going to get fucked over by the virus, it's going to be the poorest people. And they're typically the most uneducated people as well, statistically. Right? So...
Which, I'm not educated. I have a high school diploma, and I barely got that.
Hey, but you said you barely got that vaccine, too. So there you go.
And I barely, too. My wife's getting it now, and I believe that guy really made me open my eyes to the opposite of what I was thinking before, which is what a lot of conspiracy theorists are saying, that they're trying to kill people. But that dude opened my eyes. Like, why would they want to kill people who were obedient? And then it dawned on me, that makes perfect sense. Like, if I'm trying to survive, it's obvious now I need to get the vaccine.
There you go. Well, we got a couple last things we're going to talk about, and then we got a great episode for y'all next week. Last couple things we're going to talk about. Okay, the guy said that he's your police officer uncle, so there you go. Now you
Who
know.
said that?
Clark did, so apparently that's who it is. I think you said you have 2 police officer uncles, so now you just got to figure out which one is the fucking stalker one.
Clark is full of shit.
All right, so.
By the way, Clark, if you are one of my uncles, what's your name?
Yeah.
Tell me what your name is.
What's your name? All right. So let's move on to this last thing. We're going to talk about a little bit of entertainment news before we go. I saved this for the end. Now, did you see? I think I sent you this article. Do you know who Larry Flint is?
Yes, I think I do.
Let me pull him up because I think I looked him up, but I forgot who he was. I think he's like he's a Vegas guy, right? Rich guy from Vegas. Larry Flint.
Isn't he the guy that used to own?
Hustler.
Penthouse?
Yeah, Hustler.
Hustler.
That's right. So apparently he is trying to get now that Britney Spears is like trying to get her control over her conservatorship, and apparently she is going back to court for that, from what I've heard. So she might actually get a chance to win that. He's trying to give her like millions of dollars to come be topless. Dude, she could get so much more than that. Britney Spears could probably get what? Dude, she can get just for topless photos.
What was he offering?
He was offering her $100,000 a minute to be topless, which is crazy amount of money. But I feel like she could get more than that. It's fucking Britney Spears. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a lot of fucking money to me.
Well, we'll see. I just read that article. She's probably not going to do it, but I thought, hey, that's...
No, she's not going to... I don't think she's going to do that bullshit.
Right. But fuck, I mean, she could make it was $1 million that she'd make in 10 minutes, which is pretty crazy. And other celebrity news, and I don't know why I told you about this, and you were like, I don't know what to say about this. Ashton Kutcher and Mia Kunis came out and said that they don't bathe themselves or their kids.
Okay, well, this is why I didn't know what to say. So he said that it's not good for your skin. It's not. Unless you're taking cold showers. If you're taking cold showers, then it doesn't affect your skin. But steam every day, it dries your skin out. It dries your skin out.
I take hot baths every day and my skin's fine. What are you talking about?
Look it up. But I've looked it up before.
But I don't have like pimples or oily skin or any of that shit.
You're young, but you're still relatively young though. But you're still relatively a young person though.
I feel like I'm the same.
So, but I've heard that taking.
I feel like I'm almost the same age as him.
Dude, no, he's older than you.
But well, first of all, here's the thing. This sounds like a couple of things. Either it's dumb hippie bullshit, right? Don't bathe, man. Or because here's the deal. You have a baby, right? You have a baby right now. How dirty does that fucking baby get? It shits on himself, throws up on himself, right? You gotta bathe that baby.
But when it shits itself, you're cleaning it with wet wipes. You're cleaning them up.
Okay, but that's still like giving it a bath, basically. How are you going to tell me that's better? How's that better for its skin than water?
Well, Ashton's talking about not wiping their ass. He's talking about giving them showers.
Okay, but how is a chemical wipe that you use better for your skin and body than actual soap and water?
Well, it claims to be an organic wipe.
I guess if you're using organic wipes, but I don't think everybody is using that shit.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, when you become a dad, they're going to have organic everything you can imagine, just like they do everything else.
Well, yeah, but they also grift and probably lie to you about half of that shit. You know what I mean?
I just didn't think that was that big of a deal in Hollywood news. I just didn't.
This is why I brought it up, because you know what it. First of all, he's an idiot. He's like a Bitcoin cryptocurrency moron. And second of all, when he says stuff like that, it makes me think that he's an anti-vaxxer. Because there is a lot of anti-vaxxers out there that go, well, I don't need a vaccine. I just go out and I'll just get sick, or I'll just get virus, or I'll just eat some dirt, you know? Hell, you know that old expression, like if you get cut, just put some dirt on it. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think I could assume that about him based on that shower thing. I don't know. He doesn't come off.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I would say that I see where you're coming from. I would say that he's not anti-vax.
But that's not. But that's
Also,
he
Ashton
may,
Kutcher
he may
was
not
in-
be. But here's the
Ashton
deal.
Kutcher was involved with like helping with sex trafficking. Did you know that?
Okay, but there's also a lot of those motherfuckers that are QAnon.
I'm just talking about Ashton Kutcher, dude. I don't.
Yes, but that whole thing about save the children movement and all that bullshit, that was all QAnon
No,
based.
but he actively did shit with like people and saved kids. Like he actually used his money and saved some kids, I think.
Here's the deal. The majority of sex trafficking in this country, right, is illegal immigrants, and I believe it's prostitution. It's not children. And the second thing is the majority of molestation and shit doesn't happen because of people going out and raping people that are strangers. It's like people in it's like family members that rape other people. Did you know that? Like 90% of it is. So
Yes.
I get it all, but I also think that a lot of that bullshit is all just QAnon bullshit. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, save the children is just another way of saying Democrats are fucking drinking children's blood and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen so much of that intertwined conspiracy, right, that I can't, and I've seen people fall into it. You know what I mean? Because they get all invested. They get all invested. Like, oh, well, this is about stopping sex trafficking. Is it? Because if you follow this long enough on the internet, you're eventually going to end up with Hillary Clinton drinks children's blood or some bullshit. I had a girl that I liked, Albert, once look me in the face, right, and tell me that she saw a video of Hillary Clinton drinking baby's blood, like from a baby or some shit. And I go,
I heard about that.
And I go, did you really? And she goes, yeah, I saw it. And I go, well, then show me it. Find it and show me it to me. Oh, I can't find it and show it to you. See, you're fucking lying right to my face. You know what I mean? If that video existed, it would be saved. People would be sharing it. It's a complete bullshit lie. But these people they're so committed to the lie. It's just crazy, dude. So anytime I just have like, I have like these sirens that go off in my head anytime I start seeing, oh, I don't take baths. Do you get vaccinated? You know what I mean? Like it just all smells like bullshit.
Well, I'm not gonna put that on any. I'm not gonna make observations like that. I'm just not. I mean, he could be non-vax. He might not be. I don't know.
I tell you what, it sounds like bullshit. We have two more celebrity news things I want to talk
about.
But
there is a lot of stuff about not taking hot baths every day that helps your skin. You should just look it up. Look that up.
I'll tell you this. I take hot baths every day. I will say that you probably shouldn't wash your hair every day, right? Because you don't.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Because you don't need to. Right?
Your body has natural oils, and apparently putting like the steam fucks it up. And
but I put cream in my hair every day because my shit is coarse and dry. So I basically have to moisturize. I don't have to moisturize my skin, but I have to moisturize my fucking beard.
How old are you again? You're younger than me.
33. But my hair's always been dry. You've seen my shit. It's curly. It's really curly.
Well, let me say something. I get people that meet me. I'm 35. I get people that think I'm younger all the time, and I don't take showers every day, and I never have.
But you also are sort of anti-vax.
And really. You look young without that beard, dude. I guarantee you would get carded the fuck out of shit too.
Oh, I still do. Nobody thinks I'm 33, even with the beard.
Yeah, but some people just have nice ass skin. Some people just naturally have good ass. I have a cousin like that.
No, I got good
skin.
I got and my
miraculously
skin, and my skin heals. Like if I get like I had a bad burn last summer, where I burned the shit out of my hand, right? Bad, and it got infected. It was actually my arm, and it got infected real bad, and I had to get antibiotics and shit for it. And I don't have a scar or anything. It just fucking healed up fine. So
it's all that goddamn alcohol in your blood. It's just healing up.
It's just healing up. The alcohol cleans the wound.
It does. Everybody knows that.
All right, we got last story of the day, and that's going to be Lollapalooza, because this happened this week, and you've seen pictures from this, right?
Yes.
So, all right, here's the deal with this. I don't really care. I think it's pretty. Some people are going to go, well, this is irresponsible. There's a pandemic. Look at this. I mean, there's just fucking fucking so many people, no mask.
Right.
But this is what I've
But
heard. But this is what I've heard, that the majority of the people were showing proof of vaccination. They said that, like, I think 90% of the people who went to the Lollapalooza showed proof of vaccination. So that's pretty good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Had they had made a requirement that 100% of people had to have done that, I wish they would have.
Yeah.
If you want to come to this massive event, you should just get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, then watch it from home.
And there's another example of corporate greed where they thought about doing that, and they're like, we can make another $100,000 if we don't make them show the card. It's like,
we'll see what happens. I mean, it could be really bad. The Delta variant is pretty crazy, man. As far as how communicable it is, like as far as like airborne goes, I think they're saying it's as contagious as chickenpox right now.
Do I think it's dumb that people went to that concert? Yeah, but do I understand why they went? Yes, because people are like, I don't give a fuck. I want to get out of my house. I'm gonna kill myself if I don't get out of the house. Then you know what? Go to the goddamn concert then.
They're ready. They're ready to get back to life. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
The thing is,
you can't blame them.
But we were told, Albert, they go, hey, if we all get the vaccine, we can go back to life. You know what I mean?
I know, but people don't want. People don't want to listen. What's Clark saying? Did Clark say his name?
Oh, I don't even know. I'll go check it in a minute. Last thing I want to show you is this. Everybody on the internet freaked out about Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst, and a toupee. I want to know what you think about this.
I actually wanted to make a meme. I was gonna send you it, but I just never ended up making it. Where I was gonna say, Fred Durst is in the news again, so that's when you know things are bad. I think Fred Durst. Well, first off, that music is coming back again. All the '90s shit is coming back, and so these bands are seeing, they're getting popular again. And I think he's just capitalizing on that. He wanted to do something like silly that he knew would get people's attention, and it fucking did. All he did was put some glasses on, put some shit on it, like. Cut his hair. It's a wig.
It's a toupee. That motherfucker's been.
It took him 10 minutes to do that. He posted the photo and it goes all over the fucking universe. Yeah. And he thinks he's cool. No, you're just the guy from Limp Bizkit. If you did that as a regular guy, no one would give a fuck about what you're doing. You're just wearing a goddamn toupee. Who gives a fuck?
So
it's the lamest news on the fucking planet, but he's Fred fucking Durst, so let's hear about his toupee.
I just think it's not. What I think is funny, the reason why I think he's relevant, Albert, is because I won't lie. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was fucking in junior high, I loved Limp Bizkit.
No, yeah, they were a good band. They are a good band.
Well, but they're not really good, but they were edgy.
They wrote catchy ass metal rap songs. Those guys knew how to do that shit.
Dude, if you write
as fuck.
If you write a song that is 90% you just saying rolling over and over again, you're not really a musician in my opinion. But now I did love it. I won't lie. You know what I mean? I did fucking. I used to.
There's an art and a talent to write a great hit pop song. You know that.
Sure.
You know that.
And I'm not disputing that. But I think it's the fact that the reason why he's relevant is because our generation, millennials, grew up on that, and they're happy that he's back. You know what I mean? It's nostalgic. Yeah. It makes them feel good. You know what I mean? Because
that music, especially that Limp Bizkit, it was all about having fun. That band in particular, Limp Bizkit, versus like Rage, which is political.
Well,
and,
it wasn't so much about having. Well, I guess it was, but it was also about
bullshit. It's like rap, but with metal.
But it was about breaking shit. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
No, but that was what Limp Bizkit was all about. It was talking about weird, dumb shit and breaking shit. It also came out.
Girls.
It also came out at the same time as like Jackass. You know what I mean? It was all the same. And yeah, and Rage Against the Machine was like the same time too, and that was political. But it was like, if you can remember, like that was all about frustration, I think. You know what I mean? So you have all these people. That was Gen X, the generation before us, right? The first, like after the boomers, they were the ones that are like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Let's break this shit, right? And then we're the millennials that kind of like grew up on it. You know what I mean? And now Gen Z is is the better generation. They're just better than everyone else. They're doing shit. They're changing things already. They're just smarter. It's crazy.
And you know this. The answer is why they grew up on the internet their whole time.
That's right.
We got the internet later.
That's right.
And we're slightly a little less dumber for it, I think.
No,
we're less aware.
We're more dumb because of it. Yeah, you're right. So, anyway,
what did Clark say? Is Clark gonna tell me the name?
Let me look and see. Dude, it's all him in the comments today. It's just 100% him. He says he can smell you from because you don't bathe or something. He said that you can decide if you know who he is. What does he say? Albert can decide what uncle it is if he really wants to know. What the fuck does that mean? Anyway, I don't know. Who cares? Albert, we had a great guest on last week. We had Drew Holloway. Who do we have coming up this week? Let's see. We've got another great guest coming up on Sunday on Instagram TV. Every week we do, but let's see who we've got this week. If you guys aren't following us on Instagram, make sure that you do, because we have fun people every week. Philip. So we got Philip. I went to that conference in Las Vegas with him. So we're going to do like a catch-up on all that stuff, which will be fun, and talk about his company, which is a glass auction company, and they sell pipes and shit. So that'll be cool. We also put up a bunch of new beer reviews on YouTube that people should go check out. And we have a new episode up. It's a two-parter called Was the Moon Landing Really Real? Part 1 and Part 2. So y'all go check that out. It's pretty funny. Debate that Albert and I have. That was really just a shit show that I edited down as best as I could. I edited out like almost an entire hour of just ranting. So that's fun. Go check that out. Subscribe to the page if you like the content. And we will be back next week at Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Happy Half Hour. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Woo!